Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Trouble Free. In today's video, we are going to learn about the DES algorithm in the subject of cryptography and network security, or in some colleges it is also called as information security. So here, what is DES algorithm? First of all, it is an algorithm which is used to convert plain text to ciphertext. Okay, so what do you mean by plain text and what do you mean by ciphertext? You know already. Plain text is a text which user can read easily, and ciphertext you cannot read it, right? And it is a block cipher algorithm. You have different types of ciphers, right? You have block, you have stream cipher. So in that, this DES algorithm will come under block cipher. We have DES, AES, Blowfish, RC5, IDEA. So we have so many algorithms under block cipher. Let us learn each of them in order. Okay, so in this video I'm going to explain about the DES algorithm, in the next about AES algorithm. Like that we will be going in the sequence. Okay, now let us see. So first, as I already said, it is a block cipher algorithm. It will convert the plain text into ciphertext, and it has a total of 16 rounds. Got it? I'll be explaining you with diagram, but before the diagram, let me give you some brief points. And what is the size of the text? That is, what is the size of the plain text? 64 bits, and the ciphertext also you'll be getting of 64 bits only. Okay, and what is the key size? It is of 48 bits. See, actually the plain text size is 64 bits, right? Then why did we get 48 bits key? Is 16 bits. Where 16 bits gone? I'll tell you. 8 bits are removed for parity. I'll tell you what is parity and when I am discussing everything in detail. And 8 bits for rearrangement. So 8 bits are gone for parity, 8 bits for rearrangement. I'll explain you that in detail when we go to that particular step. Now don't get confused, right? So in each and every round, as I said, you have total of 16 rounds, right? Again, in each and every round also there will be 4 steps. Inside each and every round we'll have again separate 4 steps. First is dividing the bits. So you will be dividing the bits into 2 parts, and the second is bit shuffling, and the third is non-linear substitutions, fourth is exclusive OR operations. Got it? So we are not going to discuss about each and every step here in detail. In the next videos I'll be explaining that, but in this video I'll explain you how DES algorithm will go on. Got it? So this is the diagram of DES algorithm. Let me zoom in. This is the how DES algorithm goes on. Okay, I'll explain you everything, don't worry. So first, let us see this side and then we will move to this side. Okay, first we have the initial key, which is of 64 bit, but here what will happen is the 64 bit will be sent as an input into the PC1. PC1 is nothing but permuted choice 1. So inside this PC1, what will happen, I'll tell you. Okay, so first what happens is the 64 bits are there now. From that, 8 parity bits will be removed. How you will be removing the 8 parity bits? From each and every 8th position you will be removing a bit. In 64, how many 8s you'll have? You will have 8 8s, right? So each and every 8th bit is removed, and therefore 64 minus 8 you will be getting, so 56 bits you have now. Got it? And then what you will be doing is you will be applying the left circular shift, right? So here you have removed 8 bits and you got 56 bits. Now this 56 bits, first what you have to do is you need to divide it into 2 equal halves, C0 and D0. So 56 by 2, how much you will get? You will get 28. So 28 bits to this side and 28 bits to this side, and this becomes C0, this becomes D0. On this C0 and D0 you need to perform the left circular shift. Got it? So what you have to do, you need to perform the left circular shift. LS means left circular shift. I'll tell you what has happened in left circular shift. So you will be performing the left circular shift, and then you will be getting the D1 and C1 as result. So once you do the left circular shift, you will be getting the C1 and D1 as the result. Now what is this left circular shift? It is very simple. You will be moving the bits based on the round number. You will be shifting the bits towards your left side based on the round number. That is, if it is round 1, 2, 9, 16, for these 4 rounds you will be shifting it by 1 bit. For the other rounds you will be shifting it by 2 bits. That is for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, for all those you'll be shifting it by 2 bits. For these 4 you'll be shifting it by 1 bit to the left side in a circular manner. That is what left circular shift means. Got it? So this is about the left circular shift. This happens in each and every round. So after the left circular shift, you will be getting the C1 and D1 as the output. Now the C1 and D1 are combined. Okay, C1 and D1 are combined. So when you combine the C1 and D1, how much you will be getting? 56 bit output you will be getting, because this is 28 and this is 28. So again you will be getting the 56 bit. Now this 56 bit is sent into a PC2. PC2 is nothing but the permuted choice 2. So what do you mean by permuted choice 2? I'll be explaining you that also. So C1 and D1 are combined to form 56 bits again, and permuted choice 2 is applied. So here what we will be doing is 56 bits are rearranged. They are rearranged, they are permuted, and 48 bits among them are selected. Okay, so you will be eliminating 8 bits. How you eliminate 8 bits is use your wish. We don't have any particular process for that. So you will be selecting the 48 bits. I said in the beginning itself, right, 8 for parity and 8 for rearrangement. You got what parity is, and now you are removing another 8 for the rearrangement of the bits. Got it? So as a result you will be getting the 48, and this 48 will be sent as a key for round 1. Okay, key for round 1 in the sense this 48 bit will be sent as a key for round 1. Now what is the input for round 1? The plain text. Initial permutation will be done. Initial permutation in the sense the 64 bits will be rearranged in some pattern, and initial permutation is done, and the 64 bits and the 48 bit key is sent as an output for round 1. Got it? And now what will be the input for, will be sent as an input for round 1, and what will be the output for round 1? It will generate again 64 bit. It will again generate the 64 bits itself. Now that 64 bits will be given to the round 2 as input, and along with that 48 bit key also will be given. How this 48 bit key is generated now? On C1 and D1, again left circular shift is applied, and as a result of that C2 and D2 are you will be getting. You need to combine now C2 and D2 56 bit, and you have to give it to PC2 again. Now what this PC2 will do? It will again do the rearrangement, permutation, selection, and it will be generating 48 bit key, and that 48 bit key will be given to round 2. So this process will happen in the same way up to round 16. Got it? Up to round 16 the same process will be keeping on repeating. Now after round 16 you will be getting again a 64 bit key, right? On this 64 bit key you will be applying the final permutation. Initial permutation in the beginning, final permutation at the end, and after doing the final permutation then you will be getting your ciphertext. Got it? So first what you have to do, initial, last, final permutation, then from that final permutation whatever output you are getting, that is your ciphertext. So this is an algorithm to convert plain text to ciphertext, and in this process we are performing total of 16 rounds. Each and every round we again have 4 sub steps in that, and for each and every round what is the input we are giving? The input of the output of the previous round plus 48 bit key, and this 48 bit key whichever we are giving as an input will be different for different rounds. So for round 1, round 2, round 3, for all the rounds we will not have the same key. It will have different key, because even if the third person will know the key also, he may get the key of round 1 or round 2 or round 3, anything, right? So one round he can easily decrypt, but the other rounds he cannot, right? So in order to make it more secured, we have different keys for different rounds. If all the rounds are having a single key, if the third person can get that key, he can easily corrupt the entire algorithm. So that is why we are having different key for different rounds. Okay, so this is about the DES algorithm. In the next video let us learn about the AES algorithm, and I hope this video is clear for you. You understood whatever I've explained. That is what I'm hoping, and if yes, let me know in the comment section, and also like my video, and also if you're having your exam schedule nearby, just let me know the date in the comment section so that I can make your videos this subject videos by that time. And thanks for watching the video.